My name's Lauren Messiah. I am a stylist and the owner of a fashion school called School of Style. So I'm really excited. I'm going to teach y'all a little lesson on how to get dressed, dress for your business and your brand, and how to feel amazing in your clothes. So here we go, let's do this. Now, before we get started, I just want to tell you a little bit more about myself and my journey as a female entrepreneur. So I've been in love with fashion since I was 5 years old. I remember making clothes for my Barbies. My grandma would give me bags of fabric and, told me to have fun. So from a really young age, I always knew that I needed to do something fashion related. My parents were not exactly thrilled about that prospect for me. When I wanted to go to school for fashion design, my dad was like, "Good thing you're pretty so you can marry rich because you're not gonna make any money in fashion." And my mom had a similar sentiment. She had wanted to study fashion herself and then, decided that that wasn't a really good way to go as far as making money. So she went the safer route and got out of that line of work. But for me, it's always been like a burning passion, a burning desire that I have to do something in the fashion world. So I went to school for fashion design anyhow, learned how to be a designer, and it was fun. It's fun to go to college and do something that you enjoy. College is just fun anyways, for other reasons. But when I graduated, I found that I wasn't really set up for success in a career and for making money out of school. I knew how to draw, I knew how to sew, I knew how to drape, I could make a pattern, and apparently that was worthless to me because I never learned anything about business, anything about the industry, nothing. So I got out of college and it was this huge reality check of like, what now? The what now was taking my butt back to the mall where I used to hang out as a teenager, and I had to work retail. Worked retail, I worked at Nordstrom, I later got a job at Betsy Johnson, and it was a huge disappointment for me. I had really big dreams and aspirations of being this huge fashion mogul in New York City, walking down the runway, taking a bow, and I'm working at the mall. But that experience of working in a retail environment, working with customers, teaching them how to put together an outfit, making them look good, making them feel good, it sparked something in me that design isn't really what I want to do. I want to put together outfits for people. But at the time, I did not know this was a career, so I just kind of went about my business. So the way that my journey is like every little step along the way set me up for being an entrepreneur, for having my own business, for having success beyond my wildest dreams. One of my customers at Betsy Johnson was like, "Listen, if you wanna move out of your parents' house, you have to get a real job." That real job thing that I'm sure all of us have heard before. And she's like, "I'll get you a job interview where I work at AOL." Job interview at AOL, I get the job, I'm an executive assistant. Again, it's like having these wild dreams to just notch by notch being crushed. It's like, I'm gonna be a designer, oh, I'm gonna work retail. Oh, now I'm gonna be an executive assistant, which included riveting tasks such as getting my boss lunch every day, a bagel with no hole in it, albacore tuna salad, a nectarine, and a bottle of water. It was some Devil Wears Prada business. If any of you watching have seen Devil Wears Prada, it was so not glamorous. It was so tedious. It was so just ridiculous. I felt like I was smarter than getting someone their food every day. And he got pretty upset if I couldn't, if nectarines weren't in season. Don't even get me started. So that experience, it taught me a few things. It allowed me to see the business side of the world. I'd never worked in a corporate environment. I'd never been exposed to that. So seeing these really powerful men and women working in business was really inspiring, and I was really bored. So I started my own website. That was my first little taste of entrepreneurship. I started a website where I would help people get dressed. They would submit questions to me. What do I wear to a job interview? What do I wear, on a date? What do I wear to prom? I'd have a lot of young readers. And I would help them get an outfit together. I'd find links online, I'd put it up, and I had a nice little following. One of the executives at AOL noticed my website and said, hey, I'm going out to Los Angeles, starting this action sports startup, and I want you to be a part of it. You can write about skateboards and skate shoes. You can be like our fashion correspondent. So that was kind of my first leap. I'd always lived in the DC area, always close to my family, really used to taking that safe path. And I just said, sure. They paid to move me across the country to Los Angeles and work for this startup. Again, everything setting me up towards being an entrepreneur. I really got to see the difference between corporate and someone who'd rolled up their sleeves and started their own business. I saw that decisions could be made faster, ideas could be implemented quickly, and that was just a real turn on to me. What wasn't was action sports. I love fitness and health and wellness, working out, but me on a skateboard, never gonna happen. But I kept pushing forward, I kept working on my side project, and another startup company that was a shopping website found my site, heard good things about the work I did at that other company, and they recruited me. So there went another lesson that set me up for starting my own business. Worked there for years. While it felt more freeing than a corporate environment, I was still like, oh my God, I have to go to the same place every day. I have to listen to someone else, something I'm not great at, which I'm sure many of you can relate. But just hearing like, oh no, you have to show up to work on time, and you have to be here, and you have to sit at your desk, and you have to listen to other people's ideas. And as we grew, we had to, go through these different, roadblocks before implementing something. And I was like, oh my God, I can't stand this. This is terrible. I want freedom. I want to be able to work with people to help them outside of this kind of organization that was getting larger by the second. So one day I found a way out. I didn't want to go all the way out because I was scared. I was really used to that salary. But I wanted to work more closely with women and style real, actual human beings outside of the internet. So I took this class, and it was going to teach me in one day how to become a stylist for real people. And that experience was really life-changing for me. It was this one guy, he was broke, and he said, I'm just gonna get everybody in the room and train people and then turn them into my assistants. Didn't really have any intention of taking it anywhere beyond that. And I sat in that room, I learned what I wanted to learn. I knew how I could start my own styling business, but I also saw something in this other person that was like, oh my God, this is like a real viable business idea, and this person really doesn't have any idea. They're just trying to make a couple $100 and be on their way. So I contacted the instructor that night and said, I think you have a business here and you don't even know it. I have experience working in startups. I will help you start your own business. This was all selfishly to start my own business. I just kind of wanted an in, I wanted an in to my styling business, and I knew that this person could help me. And I saw that there was really a cool idea here that wasn't being taken to the next level. So He became my business partner. We grew School of Style from this one-day dinky little workshop to put some money in his pockets to a full-on fashion school. It is a series of boot camp style workshops, and we also have online courses. We are based in Los Angeles and New York City. We took this show on the road for 2 years. We had 8 different cities, training aspiring stylists how to get into the business of fashion, of styling, giving them the roadmap to quit their day job, have their dream job working in fashion. So that's business number 1. Business number 2 is me continuing to work with women, styling women. So the cool thing about School of Style is it's taught by people who are actually stylists, me and my business partner. My business partner, he styles celebrities. I style real women, real men, entrepreneurs, people in business, people that need to dress their best, people that have all of the good stuff. They've got the brains, they've got the business, they've got the money, like they have it all, but there's a missing component, and that is the way that they look. It doesn't match where they are in life. It's holding them back from going to the next level. So through my second business, Messiah Media, I teach people how to dress. I work one-on-one with clients through a high-end styling experience. I have virtual products, and I also have online training courses teaching people how to dress. So 2 businesses in fashion. I went from dreaming of designing, being stuck behind a desk, stuck behind a cash register, to owning 2 businesses. School of Style has surpassed the $1 million mark, and my second business, Messiah Media, it is on its way to that point as well. So that is my winding road to entrepreneurship. Just thought I would share that with you to give you a little context before we get into our lesson.